Hello guys, we're going to move on to lesson 121, and here we're going to talk about inequalities. We've done several different types of inequalities, such as the inequalities where you get something like this, and then we have to graph this on a line where a and b are numbers. So we're going to do something a little bit different. In this case, we're going to be looking at variables that are in a denominator. All right, so let's go ahead and try one. All right, so we got 1 is less than or equal to -1 over x minus 4. And the domain for this one is reals. All right, so just off the bat, we know that the answer cannot be 4 because then the denominator would equal 0. So x cannot equal 4. All right, so what we're going to do to make sure that we have a positive number to get that x out of the denominator is we're going to square that value, because we know that a squared value will always be positive. And if we multiply by a negative number, we'll have to flip the inequality sign. But we don't know if it's negative or positive, so we can't do that. We need to make sure that we're multiplying by a positive number. So we're going to get this. All right, so what we're going to do is, instead of multiplying just by x minus 4, we're going to multiply by x minus 4 squared. Just like that. All right, so that way we know that x minus 4 squared is positive no matter what value x has. All right, so let's go ahead and simplify this. We can say, cancel those out. Let's expand this. All right, and then let's put everything on one side of that inequality sign. All right, so here we have an inequality that is less than 0. All right, so we know it has to be, whoops, I went ahead of myself. All right, let's factor this out. We're going to get x minus 4 and x minus 3 as our factors. All right, so because this is an inequality that is less than 0, we know that we have to have a positive and a negative, or a negative and a positive. All right, because our final value has to be negative. All right, so x minus 4 greater than 0, x minus 3 less than 0. X minus 4 less than 0, x minus 3 greater than 0. All right, so let's go ahead and simplify all of these inequalities. All right, so if there's a number that is, we need to check if there's a number that is both greater and equal to 4 and less than or equal to 3. There is no number that satisfies both of those, so this is not possible. So let's look at this one, less than or equal to 4 and greater than or equal to 3. All right, that one is possible. So let's make our line. All right, and up at the beginning we said that x could not equal 4 because then we'd have 0 in the denominator. So we're going to have that open circle on 4 and greater than or equal to 3. And our domain is reals. So we're just going to bold this line. All right, let's try another one. All right, so in this problem, we have m minus 2 over m plus 2 is less than or equal to 2. All right, so right off the bat, we can say m cannot equal negative 2 because then that denominator will be 0. All right, let's go ahead and do the same thing we did with the previous problem, which is just multiply by that squared denominator. So we got m plus 2 parentheses. All right, let's go ahead and simplify that out. All right, now let's put all the variables on one side. So we get all right, and let's flip this just so it's in the notation that we're used to. I'm going to write it over here so we have a little more space. All right, so this one is greater than or equal to 0. So, whoops, I went ahead of myself again. Let's make sure we have those factors. All right, so in this case, since our inequality is positive, we have to have two positive factors. All right. I mean, two positive or two negative to make sure that our answer is going to be positive. All right, let's go ahead and simplify those out. All right, so we'll see if m is greater than or equal to negative 2 and m is greater than or equal to negative 6. We're going to choose m is greater than or equal to negative 2 since that one covers the negative 6 as well. On this side, we have m is less than or equal to negative 2, less than or equal to negative 6. Negative 6 covers both of them. So let's see. I did not make my number line big enough. All right, and so it's going to be greater than or equal to negative 2, but we already determined that m cannot equal negative 2, so we're going to have an open circle there. M is less than or equal to negative 6, closed circle there. And this one is reals, so it's just going to go on forever in both directions. All right.